What's going on, guys? Bethesda Games here, more Fallout 3, Tale of Two Wastelands. And last episode, when we left off, we sort of came to the end of our scavenger hunt of getting all the bobbleheads that I want to collect for the time being. We have still got a couple more to collect, but we've only got one sort of skill bobblehead left, and that's the energy weapons bobblehead, but we can't get that till later on in the game. But then there's also a couple of the special bobbleheads, but we'll get these a little bit later on as well. So this episode we're just going to be making a start and working our way a little bit further through the main quest. We're doing following in his footsteps. Before we do that, I'm going to head back to Megaton just so we can sell some more of our stuff.
Welcome home, sir.
And so we've also got our reloading bench and workbench here. So any recipes we get, you can make. See, we've got recipes we picked up around the wasteland here. And then we can also craft ammo using parts we've picked up from around the wastelands. We also have a Nuka-Cola machine that we can get some ice cold Nuka-Cola from, and it basically has slightly better healing properties, and you can put your Nuka-Cola in the machine as well to turn it into ice cold Nuka-Colas. That again will give you better healing, but we're not really relying on our Nuka-Cola for healing. We're just using it for Nuka grenades, so I'm just going to leave it in the fridge that we already have. There's also a laboratory that you can leave to make a compound, and you can get rid of, I think, any diseases you have, or something like that, or well, addictions. But yeah, you can leave it making a compound. And it takes about a day, and then it'll produce a chem for you. Then you can also use the infirmary to heal yourself and remove all your radiation. Other than that, you can heal yourself and restore your damage by sleeping. So it's mainly the radiation which this is useful for. Then we also have a jukebox to listen to a bit of music if you want to.
I hope things are going well with you today, sir.
Come on, dog meat.
Huh.
I thought I waited enough time in between episodes for Moira's caps to reset, but obviously not.
Here to acquire a new man. If the clothes make the man, then here are the means to remake yourself.
So just to increase their cap total so we can sell more of our stuff, we are going to buy another cryolator schematic. And this is the only cryolator schematic I know of, but apparently there are 3 within the Tale of Two Wastelands. so you can get a Mark III cryolator, but I've never been able to find the Mark III, so hopefully we'll be able to find it this playthrough.
Thanks. Have a look.
So I've
See
just
if
paid him
anything
to repair all
falls
the
out.
stuff, but we can basically get our caps back by selling things.
A pleasure doing.
Good to see you.
There he is, that's what I was waiting for. Everyone's favourite character.
Those monsters, they're gonna get me. Those things, they keep coming. They scare me. Make it stop. You look stronger than all the other grown-ups. Can you protect me? Those big things. They're all over Greyditch, and they killed everyone. Please find my papa. Well, they're big, ugly things that crawl around on 6 legs. They got huge teeth and skitter around grabbing everything in their path. My papa would always say they're fucking ants. Well, that's what he used to call them anyway. I just call them fire ants. My papa had a gun. He said it hurt those things. But he said they were the dumbest fucking ants he ever saw. He kept telling everyone to shoot for their antenna. Whatever that means. Alright. Well, there is the personal shelter next to the old diner. Papa always said to stay away from it. But I guess it's supposed to be safe. I'll head over there and wait inside. Hurry back.
So this is starting a quest called Those, which we'll do later on. It's actually quite a fun quest. Very cheesy quest, but we'll save that for later. For now, we're just going to be carrying on with the main story. And as we cross this river, we want to be careful. There are some raiders down the end there, but as we cross over, you'll notice a couple of super mutants spawn. And one of them does tend to have a heavy weapon or explosive weapon. And there's a bunch of cars parked up over there, so we want to be careful that not to go up there and get blown up by all the cars. There's also quite a high chance for random events to occur in that parking lot as well. So just be careful of that when you head up there. Thanks to the Sheepy Mutants' work, come over here and just get the loot basically. So the metal armor, reinforced metal armor, does have a higher damage threshold, but it is considered heavy armor, whereas the tannin armor is only considered medium armor. So we'll keep the tannin armor on just because it won't stop us moving as quickly. And there seems to be a group of raiders over there in the distance. They might run into these Brotherhood of Steel guys. There always seems to be a lot of people up here. Yeah, they can take care of them for us. Raiders actually seem to be taking care of them things themselves pretty well. So it was actually quite close, even though we did lend a bit of a hand there. I think the main thing that did it was that grenade that the outcast got hit with right at the start. I think that swings things into the raiders' favour. We did manage to pick up a laser RCW, which is quite a cool weapon. It's basically like a laser Tommy gun. If you've ever seen Futurama, you get the idea. Yeah, we're not picking up the power armor off those guys, just because we can't actually wear it without having power armor training. Just want to double check how much it's worth though. So it is worth a pretty decent amount of money. So if you're short on caps, you can always pick it up and repair each other with it. So then sell it. You can see we do have a sign here for the Brotherhood. GNR outpost. Seems like a good idea to follow those. So here there is another Protectron that we can activate, but we will need to have a Metro ticket on us in order to not be considered hostile by the Protectron. But we're not going to worry about hacking that computer, just because there isn't really much here in the way of serious threats. There are also other metro tickets around in some of the lockers and desks if you don't pick that one up on the sort of console. So there is this gate here that keeps the ghouls away from you, and it is only a very easy lock gate. But if you shoot at these generators before they have a chance to run away, you can often take out a couple of them. Just gonna quick load here to get rid of that corner message. But if we come into this office, you do get the gate key. So if you can't open that gate for whatever reason, you know, you might not have any bobby pins left on you, there is the key to open it there. Then there is a safe here as well, and that will have a skill book on it, or in it, for Nikola, Tesla and Yi. It also is guaranteed to have a laser pistol in it, along with a pretty decent chunk of ammo. If you don't have the skills to open the safe, there is a terminal you can access to unlock the safe as well. It also gives a little bit of sort of backstory as to the condition of the metro. I will see that it's not in the best of state. As well, we did pick up a note in that safe, and it's just sort of protocol for handling laser weapons. There is also average locked door here as well. I'd say it's worth opening because there's another skill book behind it, along with some pretty decent amount of ammo. There's also 3 pre-war books that we want to pick up because we can sell those for a lot of money later on, as well as some frag grenades. Yeah, if you have the lockpicking skill, make sure to come through and open that door. So you can explore the metro tunnels for a long time. They lead to a lot of different places in the Wastelands and throughout the DC ruins. But we're just going to follow the signs to the Galaxy News Radio outpost. Bit worried then that the super mutant wasn't spawning. There are also some rad roaches, but they shouldn't ignore you even though they're labelled as hostile on the compass. Just because they ignore us doesn't mean the super mutant likes them very much. Having dog meat in the game at this point, it makes things so much easier. He does do very well at basically distracting all the enemies. There's some purified water in here if you need it to either stop your dehydration, or if you want to give it to some of the beggars out in the wastelands. I might quick save, and there might be a few crashes in this area coming up. It either runs really smooth and there's no crashes or anything at all, or it crashes a lot. It's either one or the other, it seems, which is really weird. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what causes it, and it doesn't seem to change based on how many mods you have installed as well. So yeah, just bear that in mind heading through this next area.
Idiot who blew our ambush.
Looks that way. Must be a tourist.
That's how we do it in the Lion's Pride, you fucking... Look, I don't know who you are, but you don't belong here. The super mutants have overrun our brothers at the Galaxy News radio building, and we're headed there to back them up. You can tag along if you want, but keep your head down and try not to do anything stupid. I'm Sentinel Lyons of the Lion's Pride. With the Brotherhood of Steel. Don't worry, we're on your side. At least I hope so. Watch yourself out there.
She doesn't seem to be one of our biggest fans. Just before they run off, get some more loot.
What's the situation?
All clear, Sentinel. 5 mutants released from their torment. The rest are keeping their heads down.
Good. Jennings?
Negative.
A new recruit?
Just a stray we picked up. The one that blundered into the uglies over on 42nd.
Welcome.
All right, it's the usual drill. Redden, you just do whatever Paladin Vargas says and keep your mouth shut.
Yes, ma'am.
Targets acquired.
The Brotherhood guys here are very good at running in front of you while you're firing at the super mutants. So yeah, just be careful that you don't hit them too many times, otherwise they will become hostile.
Hostiles!
So this 32 rifle does have some mods on it. I would pick this up, but we do have our old painless, and unfortunately old painless can't be modded, and I prefer old painless to the standard 32 rifle. Although the extended magazine that it has on it can be quite handy because it puts the ammo capacity up to 10 rather than 5.
Okay, the outpost is just to the south of us. Colvin, you're the eyes. Vargas, Redden, secure this building.
Come with me if you like. We'll have the best view.
Completely forgetting where the stairs are here.
I'm in position, sir.
This looks like the main force. Any tormented souls will need to build it together.
So, how did I do, Vargas? That's my little trial run? Come on, Lions fried me free and you know it. That Citadel guard duty is such bullshit.
Yeah,
We're clear
yeah,
out here.
we'll see.
Stand down.
Now knock that off. You're wasting ammo.
We definitely want to pick up that fat man from here.
Count on my father to send the best.
We need to sweep the area.
And then a lot's going to happen now. And something to bear in mind as well is in our mod list we have, I think it's Eve that changes the nukes, and for whatever reason in certain areas the nuke radius is absolutely insane, and unfortunately this is one of those areas where you would normally have to rely on the Fat Man. Obviously we do have the alien blaster, but I do want to make a little bit of use of the Fat Man because it is a really cool weapon in a second. But if you are using Eve, I think it's that mod that causes this. Just beware of the explosive radius. It's pretty ridiculous in this area for some reason.
You think been Super Mutant Central over here for days.
You're telling me. Well, another mess cleaned up. We'll sweep the perimeter and be inside shortly.
So we did just about manage to stay out of the blast radius there. You can see it almost got us. Car's blowing up, which is quite funny. You might be able to tell that the initiate there didn't do too well.
Redden was good enough for the Pride, and she proved it here today.
Yeah, I know. God damn it.
When we get back to the Citadel, I'll talk to the scribes. Let it be chronicled that Paladin Redden passed her test.
Come on. Let's see if they've got anything to drink in this dump.
And the Behemoth will tend to have quite a decent amount of loot on them. Obviously, if you're a high level, you'll have more loot on it. But overall, I think that went pretty well. There's nothing back here. And yeah, we got to use our Fat Man, which is cool.
Hail.
It's always worth having a look around as well to see if any other Brotherhood of Steel guys got taken out, either from you firing your nukes or from any of the other mutants. And if you can as well, pick up the holo tags, because again we can sell those later on for a good amount of money. Well, we can't actually get in. Before you
Looks
do
like
that,
it's
you have
all
to speak
clear.
on the
Unlocking
intercom.
outer doors.
And this is Galaxy News
Hail.
Radio. So thankfully as well there is some loot here that we can take, and there's no consequence to it, though I think that might be dependent on your karma level actually, whether or not you can take some of the loot. So we're going to go up and speak to Three Dog, but we're going to be doing a speech check so we can skip his quest and he just gives us the information we need to find our dad. But we're then going to do the quest that he would normally give us for not doing the speech check by going back through his dialogue, and this will give us access to a weapon depot that has some ammo in there. I think it's got a skill book in there as well, but it also has a unique assault rifle called Wanda in there, and one that gets changed up a little bit in TTW Wastelands. It's actually a lot more useful than it was in the base game, and thanks to a mod I'm using, it looks very cool as well. So yeah, just bear that in mind before we speak to Three Dog, because the only way, as far as I'm aware, the only way to access that weapons depot is by passing the speech check that he has now when you speak to him this first time. So we might need to reload our save just to make sure we manage to pass that check.
The look on your face says it all. You're wondering who the heck this guy is and why you should care. Well, prepare to be enlightened. I am Three Dog, jockey of discs and teller of truths, lord and master over the finest radio station to grace the wastes, Galaxy News Radio. And you, well, I know who you are. Heard about you leaving that vault, traveling the unknown, just like dear old Dad, huh? Met him already. Yep, guilty as charged. I don't usually have exposure to the public like this, It's nice to know someone's listening. Makes carrying on the good fight that much easier. Imagine a picture, okay? A picture of the capital wasteland. All that brick and rock. A whole lot of nothing, right? There's people out there trying to just barely make it from day to day. Fighting to stay alive and make something out of what they got. But then you've got all kinds of shit. Slavers, super mutants, raiders. They all want a slice of the pie too. And aim to take it by force. Well, holy shit. Aren't you a chip off the old block? You are as smart as your dad. Since you know all about this cause, no need to explain the effect. Let's get you on your way. Oh, come on. You're a spitting image of the guy. He's been here before, and now you're here. Doesn't take a genius to figure it out. You want to find your dad, and it just so happens his location is known to yours truly. But if you want to know more, you're gonna have to contribute to the good fight. You want to find your dad, and it just so happens his location is known to yours truly. He was here at Galaxy News. We had a great conversation. He's a real stand-up guy. If you want to know more, you're gonna have to contribute to the good fight.
So here is that speech check. You can see at 30% it is pretty tough to pass. And yeah, you want to make sure to pass this to get access to that weapon store that I was mentioning, the unique assault rifle.
I like what you're saying, but this is bigger than just you and your dad. If you want help from Galaxy News, you need to contribute to Galaxy News. That's all there is to it.
So normally he'd give you a quest to repair the satellite dish or the radio dish to sort out Galaxy News Radio. But like I said, we're going to want to pass that speech check, so I'm just going to reload a save, and yeah, I'll meet you back after passing it.
Well, your dad is some sort of scientist type, some kind of egghead or something. You really think if you find him, he'd help our cause? When your dad passed through here, I spent a good long time talking to him about all kinds of stuff. He mentioned some scientific mumbo-jumbo which didn't make much sense to me. Something about a Project Purity. He also said something about going to visit a Dr. Lee in Rivet City. Then, he left in a hurry. You've never heard of Rivet City? Wow. Just wow. Well, a whole bunch of eggheads got together and turned a beached aircraft carrier into a town. Pretty cool, huh? Just follow the river south from here. There's no way you can miss it.
So that does give us a map marker for Rivet City, but even though we managed to skip that past that dialogue check to skip the Galaxy News Radio quest, we're going to get the quest off 3 Dog now, and in that way we can have access to
you
Wanda.
came back. That's good. The good fight can always use another soldier. Imagine a pit.
So we just need to go back through his dialogue a little bit.
Oh, come on. This is 3 Dog you're talking to. I've got my ear to the ground and I hear the wagons coming. But if you want help, you're gonna have to contribute to the good fight. I hear things all the time. Most things aren't useful. But once in a while, something will sneak up behind your girl and lift her dress. Consider this your lucky day. I just so happen to know the location of an old military weapons cache untouched by time. If you want to know more, you're gonna have to contribute to the good fight. Good, because this isn't gonna be easy. Galaxy News Radio is my baby. I love it, I feed it, I keep it changed. But there's one problem. No one outside of DC can hear her cry. You see, some brainless super mutant thought it would be funny to shoot at the shiny round thing on the Washington Monument. Yep, that shiny thing was our broadcast relay. Now it's Swiss cheese. Without it, our broadcast range is quite limited. Of course, the factory that made the relay dishes is long gone, leveled, as in, we're never gonna scavenge that part again. It is risky, I would never lie to you. But there's something behind those eyes of yours that screams, I'm the one who can get shit done. Your dad had that same look in his eyes, too. That's why Three Dog's helping you. One of the Brotherhood guys that passed through here mentioned seeing a dish in one of DC's old museums. It's the dish off the old Virgo 2 lunar lander in the Museum of Technology. I want you to get it, and bring it to the Washington Monument to replace the bad one. That's it. I sure know how to pick 'em. You're gonna be the best thing that ever happened to Galaxy News in a long time. If you need any more info, I'll be here waiting for you.
So this is the quest that he would normally give you if you fail that speech check, and you have to do this in order to get information about your dad. So we do have the option. So look, he also gives you some notes as well to do with the mission. But we now have the option to either do scientific pursuits, where we go to River City in order to keep on the trail of our dad, or we can do Galaxy News Radio, where we head into DC and get Galaxy News Radio dish fixed, and then that way as well, if you want to listen to Galaxy News Radio, you can hear it clearly throughout the Wasteland rather than only this DC section of the map, which is pretty cool. So we're going to do this, but looking at how long this episode has been, I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the episode and been enjoying the series so far. If you have been enjoying the series, please like and subscribe for more, and then that way you won't miss out on anything. Also, any mods that I've mentioned throughout this episode will be linked down in the description below, so you can download them for yourself. But thanks again for watching, always appreciate having you guys here, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.